Hey! How's it going, everybody? My name is Haloran. I'm a caster for Chair League. Tonight, I have the distinct pleasure of casting two games. The first of which will be happening right now. It's going to be Just Purple versus Third String. Just Purple is Phantom Puppy's team. I see him around a lot in Twitch chats. I always try to say hi to him and stuff. So it's cool to get the opportunity to cast him. The members of Third String are new to me. One of their members is pretty new to Heroes, transitioning over from League of Legends. I talked to them a little bit before we started the game. It's a placement match. So out of the first 4 games as a new team, we'll decide what division they end up in. So these are all very important. It's going to be on Dragonshire. The away team, Third String is elected to take us there. That means Just Purple will have first ban, first pick priorities. Draft links are sent out to the teams, and the draft is now underway. Perfect timing. Switch us over there. Okay. Recent patch not too long ago. I don't know if it really inspired too much change in the overall priorities, which is something of a surprise to me. Zagara got tuned down a little bit. I would imagine we would see her either picked or banned at some point in this draft. The big surprise to me, though, you don't see much Butcher. Butcher's a madman. Like, he completes that quest. You gotta watch out for that guy. So I'm wondering if teams will start to catch on to that. He didn't get much play over the weekend for Bloodlust. If any, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. But Falstad's going to be the first ban of the evening. Falstad brings a lot to the table on a map like Dragonshire. His ability to fly from one part of the map to the other, rather impactful. Understatement, I would say. This is a map that generally lends itself to either a double warrior or double support style of composition, or at least a global, seeing as how there's generally more skirmishes and the like at over the top and bottom shrines. So you need to have some form of sustain in multiple places, or else you could really struggle, especially early game. Just Purple going to lock in Li Ming. Very powerful damage dealer. Staple in the community for good reason. Offers him a lot of mobility. Snowball those team fights. Good, a generous amount of poke. Could definitely pave the way to start taking back some of the shrines if Third String is able to capture them. But Zul and Ariel are going to be the next pairing for Third String. The wave clear potential that Zul will bring to the table for Third String will have a huge impact, especially in the early game. Dragonshire is one of the more interesting maps as far as prioritizing rotations, I feel. It's a very nuanced map in that way. If you're able to master that early game and you're able to secure heroics for your opponents, you can stand and do very well. Even if you don't get the Dragon Knight, like in a lot of times you'll see games where Dragon Knight won't get picked up for like the first 10 minutes, 13 minutes. So if you can keep that kind of pressure going, once the overall situation does slant your way, you can really start to roll that ball downhill. Thrall's going to be the pickup, a very powerful solo laner. That's a very important component to Dragonshire. Having a strong person in the top lane while the rest of your team rotates between mid and bot is particularly important on Dragonshire. And with the recent patch where mount speeds have been slowed down quite a bit, losing your top laner could be really rough. Brightwing is going to be the third choice for Just Purple. They do want the global pressure and presence that Brightwing could potentially bring to the table. Not only that, but it denies the Ariel Brightwing synergy that is becoming rather prevalent in the North American scene. Ariel synergizes with a handful of heroes in an exceptional manner to where if you see Ariel get picked up early, you're almost obligated to try to take at least one of those options away. Just Purple's aware of that, so they pick up Brightwing. Tyrael is going to be the ban for Third String. How's it going, Arenicus, by the way? Tyrael's kind of fallen out of favor to an extent these days in the North American scene, at least from what I've seen. But he hasn't undergone any change, so he's still just as effective as we all know him to be. Sanctification could single-handedly win team fights. I'm wondering if this is paving the way for a melee assassin, star of the show style composition for third string. They want those big moments to, those wombos to really hit, and they don't want everybody invulnerable for them. So I'm wondering if that's showing a card or two. We'll see though. If you're looking for a game to cast on Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific, no one is casting my game right now. I'll think about it. I was actually looking to not cast on Wednesday. I've been casting a lot lately, man. The past few weeks I've been clearing like 20 hours a week past 2 or 3 weeks. It's been fun, but I'll get home from work and just get ready to cast. Feels like so. Or stream. So we'll see. Show's gonna be the band that Just Purple, respecting the Ariel pickup. They don't want to give Cho'Gall over to third string. I personally don't feel this is Cho'Gall's strongest map, but Cho and Gall's damage both contribute to Ariel's hope. So I get that. You don't want to have Ariel and Cho'Gall rotating around, throwing orbs and everything else on your face. And you're just trying to live your life, trying to play the video game. And they come in, they upheaval you and whatnot, and you're like, hey. I don't like that. But the other high synergy hero is selected by third string. They're going to have Ariel and Lunara. The poison damage also contributes to Ariel's overall hope generation. So that's pretty much the hat trick. You see Ariel get picked up early, you got to watch out for Brightwing, Lunara, and Cho'Gall. Because those three heroes, they're a handful. Especially in the double, like, Ariel Brightwing is very difficult to deal with in most situations. Muradin is a very strong warrior these days. I think he's risen back to the top as far as prioritization goes. Stormbolt can get the party started. Will be really easy to land after a bone prison, which is point and click. Healing Static gives him a ton of sustain against at least 2 melee heroes on the side of Just Purple. He stands to be able to hang out there for a good while in team fights. And then it's kind of dealer's choice to 16. Heavy Impact to stun. I like going for that Super Mario Muradin. I was doing that before it became a thing. You can look back in the videos for that. I used to do Thunderstrike, Heavy Impact, and then rewind. So then you jump on someone, you hit W, you stun them, you rewind, you jump on them again, you W, and you stun them again, and they're dead. It's hilarious. You should try it. Maybe if I wasn't so good. Thanks, man. Johanna Sylvanas, followed up by the Gul'dan pick. Interradasting. Sylvanas definitely puts third string on the clock. You do not want to lose a team fight handily. Leave the members of Just Purple healthy so they can get the Dragonite and be able to lock down structures with Sylvanas. That's how you lose the game early. Gul'dan is the wild card for me in this draft. It's not a hero that we see too often. It's hard, in my opinion, it's really hard to be impactful with Gul'dan. He kicks out significant numbers. If you're able to position him properly, he can be quite a handful to deal with. But as far as like that playmaking potential, he heavily relies on like the Horrify heroic, I feel. So I've seen Gul'dan do some amazing things, but it really comes down to the skill of the player. So I'm excited to see it because we don't see Gul'dan too much. At least I don't. Not in my casting. But we have 8 out of 10 players ready. One is getting ready, according to Giggles. Clearly, the answer is streaming, family, and sleep. I had to choose 3 of those. Damn. I can't, man. That's tough. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now. I can't make a choice, and I'm just like, all right, I don't have like any downtime, which is cool. I mean, I don't know. It's very paradoxical. Like, I love that people enjoy my casting and like request me to cast their games for Cherry League and stuff, and I get to do really cool stuff like cast Bloodlust, in large part because people suggested it and they like what I do. It's great. I just gotta make sure I'm not like running myself ragged. It's the rub, I guess. Why not just take Vala instead of Gul'dan? It's a good question. I mean, Vala did have the recent rework. She's effectively a new hero. I feel she's more high stakes a hero overall. Not that Gul'dan isn't, but if you lose those hatred stacks, you're kind of back to start. So once you really commit to a team fight, if you want to get the most value out of Vala, like she kind of has to be pretty forward leaning, or at least enough to continue to auto attack. And if you're able to force her out of a fight and she can't keep the hatred stacks up, then if you're relying on her to be your main damage dealer, you could definitely struggle. So I feel like she's kind of a win more kind of hero. I would not rely on her as like the main damage dealer. But we're about to find out how this plays. First game of the night, first of two. Hello for BlizzCon. That'd be pretty neat. Over on the left side, we do have just purple. You're going to have Phantom Puppey. Puppey's playing Thrall. Gooby's on Brightwing. Rourke is playing Johanna. Gimpy Pirates on Sylvanas, and Oopats is on Li Ming. I reserve the right to butcher names. It's not personal. Over on the right, we got third string. Pachante's on Lunar. Fenrir's on Zul. Chaos Bear playing Murden. Giggles is on Ariel. And Mig, MIG, playing Gul'dan. You're going to see, good luck, a little bit of sportsmanship. Choose one team per division to stream, so worst case it's 4 games a week. I mean, I like to do blocks of streaming, or casting for Cherry League, but also don't want to run myself into the ground in the process. Rourke catches the rotation. All 5 members ready to go. You're going to see the stun. Root. Iron Skin gets melted off of Rourke's face, but it lasts long enough for him to get at it. Heavy commitment to that early gank. Not paying off. It's going to give a slight experience advantage potentially over to the members of Just Purple by virtue of having Thrall in the top lane. MLG, it looks like we're going to have an orc battle of sorts. Puppey and Mig. I should ask him if it's Mig or MIG. Seeing out the M and the G are capitalized, and oh, Rourke. In the mid lane, Johanna does get focused yet again. Not so lucky. First takedown of the game going over to third string. Shrine will be here in 7 seconds. Lane is being cleared. Nobody's in the bot lane for the moment. Gooby finds a Storm Bolt. Shrines activate. Third string rotates down, so we got a Rolling Thunder, Unfurling Spray, Generation Master. I'd imagine we would see Emerald win that. I'll go over to Talons in a little bit. The root goes down. Counter Polymorph is going to force Fenrir back. He turns around. He's thinking about it. Chaos Bear out front has to Dwarf Toss back. Chante in the bush. If he gets spotted, we could have Venison on the menu. But Lunar's going to be okay. Rourke's going to start taking back the bottom shrine. Top currently possessed by Just Purple as well. So this could force third string to an interesting spot. Chaos Bear sticks his pinky toe in there just in time. It's not so fast. Not so fast. But Fenrir eating a bunch of poke damage from Li Ming. Oopats is doing it. So Rourke catches the stun. Chaos Bear says, hey man, you shall not pass. You shall not get my bottom shrine. I want this. Polymorph goes down on Lunara. Battle continues to rage on for this bottom shrine. Giggles has a whole bar of hope. Gets dicey. Burns it there. Patches Lunara back up. Who's rocking the Burger King crown. Chaos Bear in an isolated spot. Polymorph goes down. You're going to see Condemn. Fenrir on the flank, though. Can he make something happen? He puts the root down on Gooby. Li Ming loses it in the shrine area. Starts to slant this fight over towards third string. And Just Purple has to retreat. Puppey's rotated down mid to catch some of this soak while they commit Sylvanas to the bottom lane. This is going to allow MIG to at least make this neutral. He throws the Q in there, sniffing out the potential engagement. Puppey is not going to get there in time. First Dragonite over the third string. Let's see what they can pull off with this. They get one tower. They have the siege. They have the minions pushed up to eat some of the remaining shots. Fresh out now. Rourke lands the condemn. Tries to blind the Dragonite. Just slowing him down. They're doing a pretty good job of chunking him on in the other lanes. What kind of value are they getting? They got the tower in the top lane. Fenrir is just trying to push up bot. Dragonite rotates his way down here. Gimpy Pirate catches the boot. And Pachante is content using the last bit of health to put some chip damage on that tower before backing away. Fenrir might be caught out, and he is. The orb to the back of the face. 2 takedowns to 2. Both teams are level 7 now. Sylvanas getting value, locking down the towers. Chaos Bear jumps in, has a thing or two to say, gets polymorphed for his trouble. Needs to hit the well. A little bit of damage, trying to slow down that trait from activating. If they can keep poking at him, that'll keep his health bar in the same spot, more or less. But they like what they got out of it. Considering that they did not have the Dragonite to come away with the wall out of that whole progression, it's not too shabby. So standard build for Thrall so far. We're going to see Manic Pixie Cleanse. I think that's important. Bless Momentum. Laws of Hope. Lost Soul. Imagine we would see Cold Embrace at 16. Triumvirate with the E talent. You don't see Aetherwalker too much these days, but could add some value. With Calamity. Natural Perspective. Wild Vigor. So no Nature's Culling. Rathman's Blessing. Sustain. For Azul. T-Taurus. In the mid lane, Sylvanas gets deposited into the trash can. We'll be back in 12 seconds. Bursting Light. Sweet build. Pretty interesting stuff, I'd say. Giggles poked down quite a bit. Orb goes in. Fenrir is able to withstand that for the support. Stormbolt. Chaos Bear is looking to engage. I think this is something of a dicey prospect with Giggles being this low in health. The right orb lands. This could get out of hand pretty quick. They did get the siege camp. They're going to push that bad boy up. Next shrine phase is going to be in 12 seconds or less. Nice 4-man rotation. Wisp is spotting out any potential rotation. Engage on Gooby. Chaos Bear trying to body block. The root's going to go down. Can't cleanse yourself, sir. The focus fire is there. And that's big. Netting the 4th takedown of the game for third string. They close out Brightwing. She would presumably have her teleport up once she gets back. So should be okay. Chaos Bear is going to try to go ahead and steal this Dragonite. Giggles out front with the Detainment Strike. Enables that. Heroics are here. They've done it. Chaos Bear goes in. Teleports just away. Oopats. Nicely done. It's going to start slapping on this middle fort. MIG wants to get involved. Giggles at half health. Trying to put the Burger King crown on Gul'dan. Get in there and be somebody, Slugger. Switches it over to Pachante. Probably the safer play. Johanna wades their way in there. Heroics on both sides. Crystal Aegis has to get used. The Sundering is nice. The silence goes down, but Giggles is able to keep themselves alive, but not Zul. Zul's going to drop. So does the Dragonite. Rourke somehow manages to escape with his ace. Nicely done. That healing from Brightwing is getting value. Oh, looks like Fenrir left the game. Give us a moment to look at some of these talents, though. So we saw Sundering. We saw Sundering for sure. Third string saw it too. Blink Heal, Bless Shield, Wailing Arrow, Wave of Force, Thornwood Vine, Skeletal Mages, Avatar, Crystal Aegis, and Haravai. Okay. Oh, back to business already. Everybody huddles up for the Hope Heal from Giggles. Not bad, not bad. And in top lane, you're going to have Puppey. Just trying to push this up, trying to establish some pressure. This is the second Dragonite that went over the third string. So I feel like just purple, they're going to try to prioritize. I think their best bet is trying to get a takedown or two before the shrine phase starts. Establishing some kind of pressure, getting value out of Sylvanas. She did get the Bruiser Camp in the top left corner. But the members third string are not resting on their laurels. Chaos Pair picks up the Bruiser Camp. That definitely alerts Just Purple. Uputs jumps back, avoids the damage from MIG, who avoids the orb in response. Clever positioning on the side of both of these teams. We have the potential invasion on the Siege Camp, and third string's no, not worth it just yet. We're just gonna push up this middle lane. This middle fort's pretty soft right now, so if we can just keep pressure on that, take some of the shots off of that, should be easy pickings if we come away with the third Dragon Knight of the game. MIG giggles. They all rotate past their Siege Camp, and they're like, oh wait, there's a Siege Camp here. Oh, alright, neat. So you're gonna pick that up. Li Ming, Brightwing, Johanna picking up the Siege Camp in short order. Next Shrine phase is gonna be in 13 seconds. Both teams are level 12. A little bit of action in the bottom right corner. RFI goes in. Gooby's the target. Blink heals for the teleport. Unstoppable, getting value. But look at that damage on Pinchante. Orb hits MIG instead of Lunara. Crystal Aegis. You're going to see Lunara explode. Li Ming loses it in the process, though. Tried to snowball. That one got caught a little too far forward. Damage dealer, a piece taken off the board. Tamer strikes and a knock Puppy back. Shrine phase is here, though. This is a scrappy fight. Interesting times. Siege Camp's going to get cleared out. Rook rotates down the bottom, says, hey, I want this bottom shrine. Soul's going to rotate up here. Rather than get the shrine, he's going to clear this wave out first. That might buy time for the members of Just Purple to make a play. Oh, there's also a bug, so like when structures go down, you'll just see like some random name get called out that they were slain. It was tripping me up over the weekend. But once I called on, I was like, oh, all right. Because even then, I was just like, wait, what? How did Li Ming die? The more you know. All 5 members of Just Purple looking to make their stand and push on the mid lane. Getting that value out of Sylvanas, that's one tower. The other one's going to get focused down as well. The wall still alive. Chaos Bear leading the charge. Fenrir tries to throw out the mages. The Horrify isolates Rourke the hard way. Iron Skin may not be enough. He actually somehow gets out with the Sundering disengage. Bone Prison goes down. Root. Uh-oh. Li Ming explodes. Rourke still low on health. Brightwing doing everything she can to try to patch her members up. But, that was a dicey team fight. These Sunderings have been on point both offensively and defensively, but at the end of the day, third string comes away with that small victory. Chaos Bear down in the bot lane is going to get the shrine. This looks like it's going to be the third Dragon Knight of the game. And thanks, Zach. I appreciate that, man. I just looked over at the chat. Middle fort is going to drop. Full health. Pretty much on this Dragon Knight, ready to rock and roll. Rotates his way down to the bot lane. Hey, Fort, how's it going, man? What's going on? Slap you a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. Both teams have their 13 talents. So, Just Purple could look to make their stand. Sundering is down. Wailing Arrows down. Ancestral Mages came back online. Crystal Aegis is here if it gets too dicey. Burger King Crown on Pachante is going to help Giggle keep that hope bar pretty full. Stormbolt goes down. The kick from Dragon Knight as well. Continuing to engage, applying pressure to Johanna. Bone Prison actually misses. If it hit Johanna, I think that might have been the kill. But on the back end, Uputs with the cheeky play, deleting the support of third string. And then the follow-up kill, you're going to see Muradin get blown up as well. Mega's like, all right, guys, I understand. I understand. You're very upset. You're upset that we knocked down your fort. I would be mad too. I'm just gonna leave. Just gonna mount up. I'm gonna go. Stemming the, stopping the bleeding, so to speak. Only losing 2 heroes. Not the worst trade ever in this situation. Come away with 2 forts, 3 Dragon Knights in a row. Really limiting the options of Just Purple to get back into the game. Siege Camp is picked up early. Bruiser Camp's going to get picked up. That allows time for third string to clear those out before they can have too much of an impact. But the surprise play definitely could come from having Sylvanas on your team. At this late in the game, those death timers are going to start to stack up. So if Just Purple's able to, get pull off that kind of magic again on the other side of the map. Get 2, 3 heroes, and they just might. Look at this. The Crystal Aegis has to get used. Nice Ancestral Mages in there, slowing everybody down on the side of third string. A nice Horrify on all 5 members buys time for Third Strike to get in here and start applying pressure. Stormbolt goes down on Rourke. Root's gonna lock Muradin in place. Siege Camp gets stolen though. That was interesting. They almost got that kill on Gul'dan, and that could have been rough. That could have been the exact situation I was talking about, where you win a team fight handily, and then Sylvanas goes over and locks in your structures, and you're wondering why your keeps are going. 6 takedowns to 6. This has been a very exciting game. Polymorph goes in, gonna stop the Stormbolt for now. Gooby just barely avoids it by a pixel. 10 seconds for the next shrine to show up. Both teams have their level 16 talents. Invigorating Spores, Amplify damage, as well as Cold Embrace. So there's... Oh, wait. Did I do that? How did I pause the game? Wait, what? Rip. I don't even know. I did not hit the pause break button. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's weird. I'm pretty sure they're like, wait, what the hell? 3, 2, 3? Weird. I didn't hit the pause break button. I'm kind of thrown for a loop on that. Anyway. Stop cheating with pauses. I don't know. I still don't know I did that, but I did it. Another caster first. Still uncharted territory for me. Neat. Man, I should have counted that. No harm, no foul though. You're gonna see 1 shrine apiece for either one of these teams. Looking at the rest of the towns, give them the axe, so no heavy impact. Muradin wants to scrap. Ruinous Affliction, Chaos Bear goes in. Horrify locks in 2 members. The follow-up engage is real on Gooby, who is able to blink heal out of there. On the back end, Thrall is the first to fall. Crystal Aegis goes in, keeping the teammate alive. Orb not able to close out Giggles, and that's a 2-0 in favor of third string. Uput's on the retreat. Has enough mana to turn this bad boy around, though, with the health bars being this low. He gets an orb there in the right spot. That could be tough. Please nerf for Lauren. Rip. Bottom lane action. Zul getting deleted. Uput's to blame. Necromancer's out of there. Unstoppable's not going to be enough. Haunting Wave, all you like. That's going to be a takedown. Third string roaring back after losing Zul. The hard way, no less. Good lord. That's a full ace. That is a full ace. 7-11. Dragonite barreling down the mid lane. These bad boys start to hurt this late in the game. It's not non-stop. It's not a, it's not the end of the world, but I do think that Just Purple going to be losing their keep. 23 seconds for Li Ming, 14 for Sylvanas, 20 for Brightwing. Thrall and Johanna will have a whale of a time trying to stop this. Korra, the keep going down. Half elf still on the Dragonite. And it looks like they're content with that. They don't feel like throwing the game. I prefer the discus throw, personally. You just kind of spin around a few times, like, oh, and you just throw it. But no throws here. They're going to rotate back, help themselves to their Storm talents, level 20, and this is a placement division game, exactly. Mig charges in, finds Gimpy Pirate for the boot. 15 seconds left on the Dragonite. Storm tier talents are picked up, and now third string find themselves in a much better position to try to close this game out. Deciding to push in the top lane. That's a tight corridor. That is literally going bowling for Li Ming. I feel like third string identifies that, and they're like, let's just get out of here. This feels a little dicey, especially with Sundering being up. That could have gotten awkward. Bruiser Camp gets picked up. Little insult to injury. Taking some of the siege potential away from the members of Just Purple. They're going to rotate down. Third string wants the siege camp to... No. All right, yeah, a little bit of indecision. They're just gonna cruise by, and they're like, you know, while we're here, may as well. Siege camp picked up, clearing out this bottom lane. They're looking to apply some pressure. Level 20 is still not picked up for Just Purple. They have time though. See Sylvanas and Johanna trying to soak as much as possible. Li Ming's in the top as well, but all 5 members of third string ready to do damage to this bottom keep. Rook positioned properly out front. Uber's trying to do what they can to get the poke in. With the Burger King crown on Gul'dan, you have 2 very cool targets if you're Giggles right now. You put that crown on Lunara or Gul'dan, both and be like, thanks guys. Got a lot of hope right now. Go back. Get the Bruiser camp. It's really just forcing the members of Just Purple to stay in their base. They have to get to level 20. It would be ambitious to try to invade on the other side of the map. So painting those camps red forces Just Purple to just play this passive game of clearing lanes and more or less waiting to see what third string is going to do next. The macro play of the red team is making itself apparent. Impressive stuff. Shrine phase is going to activate. Just Purple, they have to be looking to pick up their first Dragonite of the game. Even down their middle keep, all the forts are down in the mid and bottom fort. And again, Sylvanas is on the side of Just Purple. So if they are able to win a team fight handily with a Dragonite 19 minutes into the game, could get rough. Chaos Bear rotating down on the hunt. Sylvanas, they're not waiting. I like this play from them. Force them to respond to you. Ancestral Mages go down. Sundering goes out, splitting people. Polymorph, the root. Horrify, though, is huge on all 5 members. That is a long 2 seconds to wait to press buttons. 2 for nothing so far. Gooby in a rough spot. Storm Shield, Storm Bolt. The follow-up is goes down. He goes down. 4 for nothing. And GGs are being called, and with good reason. Wow. Whee! Giggles their way up to the top keep. And with the second ace of the game, that's going to be the ball game. That is for sure going to be the ball game. GG's, GGWP. And at the end of the day, third string is able to pull out the victory. Nicely done. So that was a really cool game. It was very even. It was very even. In the draft, I was saying, you know, for me, the wild card or X factor would be the Gul'dan pick. I said he kicks out significant numbers, but in his base kit, he does not really have, in my opinion, a lot of burst or like ways to have a huge impact in the team fight outside of Horrify. And there were at least 2 5-man Horrifies, and I mean that's up there with Mosh Pit. If anything, in some cases, it's a little better than Mosh Pit because it forces people to spread out. Going up against Brightwing, you need to huddle together, and I think that's what really enabled the Horrify. If they chose Gul'dan as a response to the Brightwing pickup, that's next level meta. I didn't even think about that. But in action, from what we saw, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. But Just Purple, they were in it. They were in it. Just those team fights, that Horrify was that was serious, man. Ace in the chat